Alright guys, a lot of you have posted comments that you want to know what I did to solve the problem with the weird noise when you get a really strong crosswind traveling down the freeway. Well, first thing I did is I got the new cowl, which a lot of you already know just by comments. But what I also did, because I still would get the noise, not nearly as bad and not nearly as often, but every once in a while I would still get the noise. And I got done dealing with the dealership, and it's not that the dealership did anything wrong. This is more of a Dodge problem, because there should be no reason a brand new van, well, it was brand new when this started, 2014, and should ever have this kind of a problem. So what I did is this plastic cowl here, this is what I had them replace. And honestly, I don't even think they put a new one on. I think they took one out of a car that was, or a van that was on the lot, just to appease me, because I was starting to get frustrated with them. But what I did is on your van still, I'm sure there's going to be a plastic plug here, and then there's going to be a plastic plug here, and you can kind of still see the hole down in there where that plastic plug went into the metal. What I did was I pulled out those plastic plugs, and then I noticed there's a lot of play in this thing in its original location. So what I did is I pushed without the plastic plugs in it, and I don't think there was anything, there's just clips that are molded into the plastic cowl right here to keep it from coming up. But what I did is I pushed this back as far as it would go on both sides. Then I used just small self-tapping screws on both sides to hold it in place, because unfortunately when you push it back, you can kind of see the hole on this side, but when you push it back as far as you can, you definitely cannot see it on this side. This piece of plastic right here covers up the hole completely. That's how much further back I was able to get that cowl to go. So I pushed that back, put those screws in there, and we haven't heard the noise since. It's unfortunate that Dodge puts us in a situation that we have to, you know, self-remedy at home. But that's how I got my problem to stop. Like I said, when I had them replace the cowl, the majority of the problem went away, but not all of it. I probably still had, you know, probably, you know, a third of, probably not a third, but a quarter of the problem that I had before. But I pretty much eliminated the problem to probably 5% or less now. It's, if you ever hear anything, it's so light that it's, and for such a split second, I'm not even sure if it's really this noise anymore. But what I actually think is making the noise is there's a lot of rubber. This is all soft rubber through here. It actually goes down in there on both sides really deep, because it kind of loops over the top here, because it's all part of that cowl, and it drops down in there and seals back inside the fender through here on both sides. And this side's a little bit different. It doesn't quite go as far over as the one on the driver's side, and that might be why you only hear the noise when it's coming from, you know, one direction. But I think that's ultimately probably what's making the noise. But I think by shifting the whole thing back, it's pretty much eliminated my problem. So I wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys have any questions, comments, or anything of that nature, feel free to put them down below. It's unfortunate we have to do this on these vans, but that's all I've got for myself repair. Thanks.